All right, senior Justice Department official Bruce Ohr is headed for a heated hearing on Capitol Hill after President Trump slams his, quote, disgraceful connection to the Steele dossier.
I think that Bruce Ohr is a disgrace with his wife, Nellie. For him to be in the Justice Department and to be doing what he did, that is a disgrace.
So what questions does Ohr need to answer today? Here now to weigh in as commentary writer at the Washington Times, Philip Wegman. Thank you for joining us this morning. Philip, I know you say there are two big questions. What are they, and do you anticipate getting answers?
Well, first of all, there's an entire universe of things that you could ask this man, because in a lot of ways, he's the Forrest Gump of the Russia investigation. Think about it. You know, he was at the he was at the Department of Justice during this, and he was involved somewhat in the Russia investigation. His wife, Nellie Ohr, was at Fusion GPS, and he didn't properly disclose that he was financially benefiting from an active federal matter that, you know, he was involved with. And then finally, he just so happens to be friends with Christopher Steele. So Republicans are going to be chomping at the bit, and there are going to be so many things that they have questions for, and it's going to be up to him to decide whether or not he wants to play ball or plead the fifth.
Okay, let's read a statement here from Mark Meadows, a Republican, who's been really looking into this quite a bit and making a lot of statements about it. Bruce Ohr's wife, Nellie, worked for the firm hired by the Clinton campaign to write the dossier. Bruce Ohr gave the dossier to the FBI. The FBI then used the same dossier to spy on the Trump campaign. When he comes to Congress tomorrow, Bruce Ohr has some explaining to do. Now, Ohr giving that dossier while he's working at the DOJ, giving that dossier to the FBI, did that move, that seems to be what everybody's focusing on, did that break some sort of a protocol? I mean, what, is there a punishment for that? What do you expect?
So already Ohr has been demoted because Rod Rosenstein, the Deputy Attorney General, found out about some of the activities that he was engaged with without permission. I think what's going to be really interesting here that Ohr is going to have to explain is, first, why was he even meeting with Christopher Steele after the FBI decided to end their relationship with him? And then the bigger question here that I think is going to lead to, you know, more explanations that, you know, former Obama officials are going to have to give is, Bruce Ohr is going to be pressed on who at the FBI or who at the DOJ or who at the White House knew of his meetings with Christopher Steele and who approved them, or was he simply acting on his own? The goal here is going to be to pull the thread, not necessarily to just stop with Bruce Ohr.
Well, right, but how many, realistically, how many answers to these questions do you think we're going to get?
And that's the you know, the number one question here. Two things could happen. You know, I'm cynical. I think that Bruce Ohr is probably going to say one of two things. Either he's going to plead the fifth on his own, or he's going to do something really similar to what we saw Peter Strzok do in committee, which is kind of turn to the side, talk to his lawyer, and say, well, you know, on the advice of my Department of Justice lawyer, I've decided not to answer that question.
Right. Real quick, I just want to get in that. You know, you read the New York Times today, and they have what almost appears to be a sob story about Bruce Ohr here, saying that, you know, his fellow colleagues always said he was a straight shooter, that this is all that he really didn't do anything wrong, and it's a piece in the New York Times. So I mean, it bears some reference to at least read and to think about. How do you answer that, I guess?
So what we've seen from the beginning of this entire Russia investigation is we've seen collusion conspiracy theories on the left, and we've seen deep state conspiracy theories on the right. The only thing that is going to restore, I think, confidence in our institutions is more transparency. And I know that this is a closed-door hearing today with Bruce Ohr, but it's a step in the right direction. My hope is that this would move the administration, the Trump administration, to declassify a lot of the documents that Congress has already subpoenaed from the DOJ.
Which they can do at any time.
Time will tell. Philip Wegman, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
It is just about 18 minutes after the hour. Imagine this. Your child wins a toy at a county fair, and guess what's stuffed inside? A hidden camera. The disturbing discovery that every parent needs to pay attention to.
What? And stocks really moving up after President Trump announces a new trade deal with Mexico. So what will it mean for you at home? Our next guest says that the devil is in the details on this. We're going to explain.